All right. So when we last left everyone, um, you guys were in Bogtown, and you had just arrived, and you had just had a run-in with a bunch of dastardly brigands, and this time they got the better of you instead of you guys getting the better of them. So the you had explored pretty much the entire like box canyon. There's a couple little spots and stuff that you hadn't hit yet, and you're back in the town. As I said, cough up 3 gold for your stay overnight plus food and everything like that. And it's in game. It is March 21st. It will be 7ish in the morning. And what are you guys going to do?
Wait, we slept in town?
Yeah, you guys got in like at close to like 7 or 8 o'clock at night.
Okay, you guys just want to head to the capital?
Hold on. Arnie remembers there was a shrine here to a nature goddess, correct?
Let's go ahead and go over there. I thought there was. Pull you over to the Bogtown map. Let's see. Yes, there's a shrine to Sylvanas here.
Arnie would like to donate the psychotropic mushrooms to the feet of Sylvanas.
Okay, so
Wouldn't that be more of a thing that the old god of the forest would want?
that is Sylvanas. That is the
Oh, that is?
yeah,
Okay.
he's one of the old gods. So,
So Arnie is taking the psychotropic mushrooms out of his inventory and putting them.
okay, so you're gonna go donate some magic mushrooms to Sylvanas. All right, that'll work.
We'll have her open her third eye.
Okay, I think Sylvanas is a man. I'm pretty sure Sylvanas is a man.
Oh, sorry. Have him open his third eye.
Yeah, his religion. So yes, so Sylvanas, god of nature and balance.
I'm just... Sorry.
Okay, so that's not going to take you too long. But what else do people got for me?
I guess we're going to the capital.
Okay, so y'all are just booking out of here.
Yeah,
Hi.
like we can't really sell things here because the capital has much better prices.
They do, but the capital is much more expensive.
Yeah.
So
Also, I have a question. That bug orb, is it still working?
yes, it is. It's starting to fade a little at this point.
Huh. That is really interesting.
Yeah,
If I cast Purify Food and Water on it, will it go back to its normal state?
you can attempt it. So that's what I would say.
Oh wait, I forgot. I didn't get my spells back. And you guys, one of you was injured, right?
I am.
How much do you have after healing 1 from the sleep?
I got 16 now out of 29.
Okay, so my 4 spells are going to be 1 protection from evil,
Mm-hmm.
1 purify food and water, and 2 cure light wounds.
Okay.
I think before we leave, I'm gonna do 1 cure light wounds on Tasso,
Okay.
on Oakenshield.
Okay. Go ahead. Roll it out.
2d6. You get 6 health.
6 health. Yeah.
And
Okay.
then I'm gonna try purify food and water on the glowing bug orb.
Okay, so you call upon your god and do purify food and water, and you cast it upon the gland of a bug, and you feel deep inside that if you were to eat that, you would not get poisoned.
So it doesn't go back to being like bright.
No,
Okay,
but
that's a shame.
it does.
Arnie could have told you that.
Arnie already ate one, but he's Arnie Abelgut. So since he's Arnie Abelgut, who knows what that would have done to a mere mortal?
Arnie is no mortal man.
Yeah, you're a slightly less mortal orc.
Yes, you'll be the longest lived orc ever. All right. So y'all are just done. You're going to the capital, heading straight out the gate right in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many days of that potion you got left there, Tasso?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
I think one. Oh,
You
so
should probably
Right.
get
talking about the mother's milk.
Yes.
I've still got the full amount. It's only been, I think, 3 days.
I thought so. Yeah, that was about my take on it too. But I just wanted to make sure that you were keeping track.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You guys are able to head out, and you're able to start going towards the big city. It's going to take you a good chunk of the day to get there, about 6 to 8 hours or so, to make the walk over. So, pull you over to the Iron Guard Mott map. So here is said map. You guys are coming into town through 13 as normal, and there's a decent size kind of caravan, basically, kind of to get inside. There's a pretty long wait for you guys to get inside. The usual rates kind of apply, so 20 gold for each of you to get inside the gate, and an extra 10 gold for the injured cleric.
Could
Damn it.
Arnie actually try to barter with some of the people that are trying to get into the gate before, like, we get in as we're waiting?
You can try talking to him.
Oh yeah, he would love to do that. He likes making new friends.
So,
Does he still?
Arnie, you're
Sorry.
friends with the guards too, aren't you?
100%, yes.
So, when you come up, they see you and they're like, "Hey, Arnie, how you doing? Like, coming back into town?"
Grand as the Crom is great.
We love that. Are you going to be at the practice fields tomorrow morning?
I had no knowledge of it, but I can be. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd love to see some of your moves again, man. You're pretty awesome with that pole arm.
Watch this. Watch out.
So do you pull your pole arm out and start swinging it around?
Yeah.
Okay.
The sword
Oh.
gets jealous, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Arnie would also like to show you guys something, and he whips out Careless Whisper.
Okay. So, as you go to pull Careless Whisper out of the sheath, it doesn't come. Like, it's like stuck in the sheath. And you're like in front of the guards, like, ugh, ugh, ugh.
I knew it.
It's a new trick. I was trying. Are you on your guard?
Yeah, I guess we are.
Okay. Well, here's the pole arm again. Watch out.
So, you start like doing the pole arm all around. So now some people behind are a little worried because they see like a large green man wielding a pole arm and swinging it all around. But they're like, all right, you got to save that for the field, man. We can't allow you to This, look at the norms over there. So, and they kind of they look at you and they're like, "Oh yeah, yeah, 20 gold." They're like, "Hey, don't worry about it, Arnie. You're good. You go."
Well, here. What about my friends? I'm traveling with two compadres.
They're like, "You're pretty good, Arnie, but we can't, we can't, sorry." And they look at
Sorry,
you guys.
I tried.
Yeah. And so they look at y'all and they go, "Okay." Normally it's 20. They look at Oakenshield and they're like, "Yeah, it's going to be 30." And you're injured, so that's normal. It's normally 30 for you, but it's 40.
What? Hey!
Hey, thanks for picking up my tab, guys.
Oh, come on!
I'll pay you guys back. Don't worry.
I have 10 gold now and 1 electrum.
It's a veritable fortune. So there you go.
I know. I'm laden down with gold.
All right, so y'all are in the city. What would you like to do now?
So Arnie's gonna give up his 20 gold to give it to 10 each to the two guys.
Can we just sell our stuff first so that we have money to work with? Or so that I have money to work with?
Well, you just got 10 gold, so there's that.
Okay. Are you guys going to go back to the jeweler to sell?
Yes. So Arnie has a necklace that I don't necessarily think he sold yet.
No, I don't think so either.
Okay.
I have 4 gems that I haven't sold yet.
Yeah.
What? I have a gold nose piece, a cap, a cape, a ring, and
Aren't you getting those
You left
looked at
those.
by
Yeah. You left those last time. Those are the things you were having examined last time you were here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
And Arnie
Yeah,
gets potions.
Arnie is getting potions crafted. I'm getting the writing looked at, and you're getting a bunch of clothing items looked at.
Jewelry and stuff too.
do you guys want to combine it all into one thing? So I'll just give you one total, and then you can split it as you see fit, or do you want to do it
Yeah.
individually?
Yeah, let's do
Both
total.
together.
Hold on. So Arnie, were you saying something?
I was not. No,
Okay.
Arnie was not.
Tassa, were you saying something in particular?
I was going to say do it together.
Okay. So when you guys go and sell there's 2 pieces of jewelry. There's one that Arnie had, and I think there's one more. Two pieces of jewelry, necklaces is what they were, and then there was 4 gems. In grand total, he's willing to give you 2,800 for all of that.
Oh,
Okay. And we split it between 3 or 4.
4-way. Let's just do it 4-way, and we tell Chris when he
Sound good?
gets back.
All right. So that's 700.
Yep. 700 a
yeah.
pop.
Ryan, you can just add it to his character sheet, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. Good call.
Yeah.
You get an extra 10 gold for that. Look at you.
You lucky duck.
You find it on the ground. We're coming up with a good idea.
Beautiful.
Let's see if I can find his character sheet, then that would be good. There we go.
So, time to get rid of that witch gem and those 3 sturge gems.
Boom, 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 boom. Woo!
Arnie had a diamond and gold necklace that he threw in there. It might have been pretty good.
I can give you the individual values. The necklaces, one was worth 1,100 and one was worth 1,000. So those were your big money items. The gems worked out to about 800 between all of them. So
Wouldn't that then have been
2,800. I'm sorry, 700 and 2,100. Yeah, it's 2,800.
Okay, yeah.
The math works. Just believe it.
Believe in it. Believe that I wrote it down back in the day correctly. So.
So then I want to pick up the stuff I left.
Yeah, I'll let you guys go first with what you're doing in town.
All right. Well, are y'all gonna? So let's talk about a few things. All right. Let's talk about: are you guys planning on staying here for a slightly extended period of time? Right now, looking at the charts, and
I need to be healed.
Horace has
So-
8 days left with his bum leg and 7 days left with his blood loss. So you've got a grand total. He's got 8 days before he's going to be really up to being in the adventuring sort. So I don't know if you guys want to say that you're going to stay here for 8 days or not.
Let's stay for a week. 7 days. How about that?
7
I
days?
was thinking stay at the Copter for 1 day, do kind of what we need to do, spend the night, and head back to Parktown for the remaining 7 days.
Why?
Because it's cheaper.
Is it cheaper?
Yeah.
Ah,
In general, just to let y'all know, like for the most part, Bogtown runs at about 1.5. About everything's about 1.5 times the standard value. The capital is usually about 2 to 2.5 times.
and I'm guessing. What is it?
Oh, all of you get an extra 70 gold. Sorry,
70.
70.
Yeah. For
So I forgot, in the capital, things sell a little better though. In the capital, you get a 10%
Yeah,
off on your
yeah,
sales.
That's what I was thinking. That's what we were thinking.
We said 70, right?
70.
70.
Because you all got 700, you get a 10% bump. So 70.
So yeah, Arnie suggests that we stay maybe 1 or 2 days because we might find some things to do tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
And then we can go back to Bogtown. We could go back to, we could go anywhere from that. We could go straight to Stonehell after that.
But
Well, I still would have a bum leg, so our traveling speed would be halved.
Very true.
Which is why I'm
however-
thinking we just stay here for the 8 days in total.
Yes. Arnie feels the same way.
Okay, so the plan is to stay for 8 days.
Tasso, you okay with that? I can pay for the rest of your days if you want.
so you want to stay here?
Yeah. Just because I don't want us to have to spend twice the travel time and risk getting twice the encounters.
There's a point there.
Sure.
Okay. So it's 5 gold a day for y'all to stay here.
And
So
we stay
so if you're staying 8 days, 40 gold each to make your stay.
Okay. So, yeah, what are you guys doing first?
Wow, I'm going to pick up this stuff I left.
All right. So give me a second. So 8 days.
And
Wait, are we staying the full 8 days, or are we staying?
Yeah.
8
Yeah, we're
days.
staying here the full 8 days.
All right.
But can we do like this stuff on the first day? Just so that like the time if we need more stuff looked at is 8 days shorter.
Tomorrow morning, Arnie has plans. So
Okay. Well, let me take a look. So I'm gonna start. I'll start with Tasso. So you're gonna go and try to take a look when at the stuff, basically what the sage was to do for you. Correct?
yeah.
Okay. So and you had the parasol, the cloak, and the whatchamacallit, and the ring. And the ring, correct?
And yes.
Okay. So when you come back, he has the cloak, and he's like, I was able to figure this out pretty quickly. He's like, I'm closing in on what I think will be the stuff for the parasol. He's like, the ring is taking me longer than expected. So he's like, but if you give me till the end of the week, I should have it all done.
Okay.
He's like, that's pretty much it.
Back.
So he gives you the cloak, though. He's like, here's the cloak. He's like, it took a little bit of looking, but it's a journeyman's cloak, is really what I might call it. He's like, it's good for adventurers and those types and everything. For the most part, as long as you wear it, like you'll be pretty comfortable. It's going to protect you from extreme weather. It's also pretty much completely waterproof. He's like, it won't prevent you from drowning, but he's like, it's kind of waterproof if you're in snow or in rain. So he's like, that's pretty much it.
Does weatherproof also mean breath-proof?
No.
Okay.
No, it does not. That is supernatural. Fire from dragons and stuff like that is like supernaturally hot. This will protect you from not even really fire. Like, it will protect you from the ranges that can exist roughly in an environment. So we're talking like negative 15, 20 degrees, because that's about as cold as it gets in pretty much one of the coldest places. And we're talking maybe like Sahara 120, 130 degrees. You would still be very, very comfortable walking around with this cloak on.
Okay.
So
I take it, I go, thanks, and I kind of put it on.
Okay. It's a nice cloak. It's very stylish. So it's the one that basically has like it's like black with kind of like star pattern on it, and it's got like a purple lining on the inside. It's got a couple pockets on the inside, so you could store things in it. So
now you look like Mickey Mouse from Fantasia 2000.
Little much.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, is it too long for him?
Nope. Looks good.
Oh, alright.
Looks great on him. So
I'm telling you, he looks like Mickey Mouse from Fantasia 2000. He's amazing. It's amazing.
Except if Mickey Mouse was extremely thick and a dwarf.
It's got a point. All right, Horace, what are you planning on doing?
I'm gonna. Who did I have look at that? Those papers.
You were having one of the sages take a look at the runes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see what those runes were.
Okay. The guy, when you come to see him, he's like, I am not even close. He's like, I am working on the dialogue, and he's like, I can't get the syntax exactly correct. He's like, I apologize. He's like, it's going to be a little bit. He's like, it's going to be a while longer. These things take time.
Well, I tell him, well, I have more stuff I need deciphered.
He's like,
you want to put that on the back burner.
He's like, well, once I'm done with this, we'll tackle that. He's like, that's all what we'll do. So, okay.
Can I
hold on. Let me go to Arnie. Arnie, what are you doing?
Arnie would like to receive his potions that he got, or that he was getting brewed.
They're not potions; they were healing salves. Healing salves.
Healing salves.
There's a difference, but yes, your healing salves are ready. You've got 10 doses of healing salve.
Sweet.
So that's that for that.
What do the healing salves do? I'll put it in the description if I know. If I don't know,
depends on when you use them. So if you use them in battle, they heal you 1 point. That's it. If you use them before you go to sleep at night, you'll heal a D3 overnight instead of just 1. And then if you use it when you're under constant bed rest, like you're in a town and your character is just taking it easy and you use a healing salve, instead of getting 2 hit points back a day, you will get a D4 plus 1 back a day.
All right, that's kind of hard to fit. All right, so it's a D4 plus 1 a day if well rested.
Mm-hmm.
If sleeping in a town.
In essence, yeah. If you're taking it easy in a town.
All right, if in town, I'll say.
Extra long rest.
All right, cool. So yeah, so plus 1 in battle, plus D3 overnight if used before sleep, D4 plus 1 a day if in town.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Thank you so much.
All right. So, also, due to the fact that you guys are staying out of, dangerous threats and everything, since you're out over a week, you can remove your sanity. So if you have a 1 sanity, it goes to 0.
As I asked before, you can also do that to Thondons, right?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
So Arnie would also like to try to tan his lion hide.
Shouldn't I do that?
At the blacksmith.
Shouldn't I be doing that?
Well, if we have to roll, I'll probably give it over to you. I could probably tell if I have to use some skill to do a task and that this person is more skilled than me.
You could take it to a tanner.
Yeah, 100%. I would like to do that.
Yeah, there's tanners in town. The tanner can tan that for you if you'd like. It's going to take a little while because tanning's not a quick process. But he'll do it for you at a cost, but he can do it.
Arnie would like to ask around how long would it take? Would it be like 2 or 3 days? A few or a couple?
It's going to take a while to dry it out.
Mm.
It's going to take probably the better part of like a month.
So if Arnie tans this hide, would he be able to use it as leather and fur, as a cloak or something if he just wants to do that?
Yeah, you could. You could kind of like how the Romans some of the centurions had the things. Yeah, you could have something like that. That would
Arnie
work.
wants to be like Leonidas at the start of 300 when he made the wolf pelt. So
yeah, you could do something.
That's where
like
he's going for. Oh yeah, 100%.
Wasn't there a Greek hero, Hercules? Didn't he have a lion helmet?
Yeah, Hercules killed one of the lions that was supposedly invulnerable to pre-modern. It would be like Bronze Age style machinery, but yeah, they couldn't get killed by stabbing it, and somehow he killed it.
So who's doing things next?
Give me 1 second. Let's see. Give you. So yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna take about a month to tan that hide.
Oh gosh, a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Things are not. It's not a quick process.
Okay, that works.
All right. Anyone else have something else they want to do?
want to find an alchemist
Mm-hmm.
and try and see if they can like make the mother's milk.
So you had someone looking up stuff about mother's milk last time, but now you're going straight to an alchemist.
Well, let me go to the guy first that I have looking up.
Well, last time he was assisting you in looking up information was really what it was. So you have all that information. But if you want it,
okay, then I want to go to the alchemist and see if they can make it for me.
The alchemist says that he probably could. He's not terribly familiar with this concoction. A couple things would help. The first thing is he's going to have to do some research on it. The research will go much quicker if he can get a sample of it.
I will give him a sample.
Okay, so that's one dose. Like, you give him a full dose of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So the research will go much quicker for him to do that. He's going to have to research and try to figure out what's in it in order to try to recreate it. And, we'll see how that goes. He makes no promises. But you're at least going to have to buy him for the month. So that's going to be quite expensive. Alchemists aren't cheap.
I know. I think it's 1,000 gold.
Let's take a look.
Yeah. 1,000.
For an alchemist, yep. So you'd have to pay 1,000 for him to start looking into it.
And when I asked him, would it be quicker if I hire someone to help you research?
No, he's like, I work on my own.
Yeah.
But I will, do my best to figure out what's in this concoction. Once I know what's in it, if I have it commonly available, he's like, I can produce it for a charge. He's like, if there's something, some sort of specialized ingredient in it, he's like, then you would need to go and get that.
Okay. And how long will it take?
He's like, I don't know. He's like, I'm going to start researching it, and I can let you know on my progress, as it comes about. So in general, I'm going to tell you as Ryan, the DM, when you guys do stuff like this, I just tell you, like, it's going to take a little while, and they don't know because I think that's reasonable. And then after the game, I randomly determine how long it's going to take. Like, I have timelines for everything you guys have done. I have how many days it's going to take, and how much it's there. So that's the.
You're not supposed to tell us this. You're supposed to just make us guess.
Well, I'm just saying there is a timeline, but I don't have like a specific time. Like, I'm not like, I know for a fact it's going to be this. Stuff like tanning, I figure I can give you a date on that, like a month, because the guy does it over and over and over again. He knows how long it takes to tan a skin. But when you're like doing research is very nebulous on how long it's going to take. Sometimes you make great leaps pretty quickly, sometimes not so much.
Understandable.
Okay. So, what else? Anyone else want to do anything?
I have two more things I want to do.
Okay.
One involving Tasso's armor, but I'm going to do the less time-consuming one first.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I want to go research Stonehell.
Look at you.
Go to the library and just start researching.
Look at you. All right, good call. Very good call.
That's one of the things I actually want to do. So you want me to come and join you?
I was going to get an assistant to help me.
We can
both get one.
Both can get an assistant to help and have.
Yeah.
So you guys are getting a scribe for a day, 3 gold, and it is 5 gold to use the library. So 8 gold. So I
have to do a intelligence roll, don't I?
So what I'm going to do, because you guys are spending a bunch of time doing this, actually, how long are you guys going to spend doing this? How many days? Do you just want to do it for a day, or do you want to do it multiple days?
I think I'm going to do it for one day because I have other stuff to do.
Okay. Tassa, are you doing?
Well, I do want to do something about my armor.
Okay.
Too. So, well, for that, take that, and I'll do the research on every other day, day left.
You can take it to the armor and say, "Hey, can you knock this out?" And he can do that for you. So it wouldn't take your time to do it. Yeah, I'm talking. It'll cost you 5 gold for him to knock the dent back in.
Okay.
So it's not a huge job. It just takes a little bit of heat and a little bit of patience, and it's able to get reformed.
And I would spend, I guess, every day else.
Okay.
On that researching, unless I could think of something else in the meantime before.
All right, so that's going to be, in essence, I'm going to say you have 5 days worth of time to do it. So spend your 40 gold because I assume you're going to have the assistant, and then send your 1/8. So make a intelligence check per day. Since you have the assistant, you have the +2, which is actually a -2 to the roll.
-2.
Yeah, because you want to roll under your intelligence, so a -2 is actually a good thing.
4. 6.
Yep. Keep going, Tassa. You got to keep going.
Yeah,
you got 5 days worth. You got to keep going. You get 1 per day.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you want me to wait until.
Now, just roll them all, and then I'll tell you what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the more you get, What is... Wait a second. What is your intelligence?
Really shitty.
He's not the smartest dwarf.
What is it? Is it 6?
Wait. How is that 7 a fail? My intelligence.
What is your intelligence?
An 8.
Huh.
I don't know why the modifier's not working. That 7 is it. So you have 2. One more.
Okay.
Yeah, you get 1 more, don't you?
1, 2, 3. Oh, yep.
All right, so you got 3. So in grand total, you guys have 4. All right, your combined noggin comes up with a few things. So you look into like the myths and kind of legends of what they would talk about as Stonehell. So, and you come across the fact that there used to be a government roughly in this area. Not exactly here, but roughly in this part of the world, hundreds of years ago, and it was called the Sterling Potentate. And basically, the potentate himself ruled over. He ruled over like this vast kingdom that was here, and he had a lot of like dissidents. A lot of people that didn't like him. He ruled with an iron fist. So he was convinced by his vizier, like his advisor, to go ahead and build like a mega prison. And just take all of your political dissidents and let's just stick them in the mega prison. And the vizier basically decided to kind of use the prison to conduct his own vile experiments. And that's what Stonehell is. There was nothing there before it. And what ended up happening is the prisoners themselves built it, and they dug into the ground. And they kept going deeper and deeper. And some of them were lost. And people didn't know like what ended up happening to them. And then eventually the ruler was overthrown and the prison was liberated, but so many people had been there. They had like a lot of people had kind of lost their minds and things like that. That they just stayed, and that it's still there. Like the descendants of those people are still there, and
So
it's part like it was part like an asylum, part like a prison, and the descendants of those people are still there, and the prison, and I put that in quotes, is still there. Sometimes people, like I said, a lot of the people that were put in that prison weren't guilty of anything. They were just, political dissidents. So you had a lot of like religious figures that were stuck in jail. You have a lot of actual criminals that were stuck in jail. You have a lot of like people who just didn't fit into society well. The sick and the
Disabled.
Disabled, the mentally disabled, things like that. They were put there. So for the good, for the common good. And that's what it is.
Oh, so that's why there was an insane ghost in there. Okay.
So, but the big thing is that a lot of adventurers and things over time, a lot of people have come in and out of there. A lot of different groups, like a lot of different demi-humans were stuck there too. Like anyone, just stick them in there. But a lot of different groups that live there, and it's, like I said, it's been several hundred years. A lot of stuff's gone in there. They uncovered a lot of stuff that was down in there. So there was a lot of like gold and items and things like that, which is why adventuring groups have gone there so much. So that is the story behind like what it is. Now you also get some interesting rumors and tales based on the fact that you did that research. So Horace, go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Okay. D20. 15. So, have we figured anything out about why there's necromantic happening?
Nothing specifically about that. But beyond like that the Vizier did a bunch of weird experiments there.
Okay.
You learn through like a journal entry about someone who kind of went into Stonehell to kind of try to minister to the poor. It was basically a cleric's journal. And you learn that while he was in the dungeon, he heard ringing bells. And anytime he heard ringing bells, like unusual things would happen. Things that he couldn't really explain.
Oh, no.
So that is something that you've heard and that you researched. Oakenshield, you made 3 rolls. Go ahead and give me 3 d20.
I just realized what's in there. And I hate it. That's 4d20.
Oh, no. Oops, my bad.
Give me the numbers. Give me the first one. Give me the first number.
1.
Number 1.
Yeah.
And I knew you'd roll 1. So
10.
Wait. Let me give you the first one. So, what is it? You get you're looking through things, and you're more dwarven about it. And you actually get some schematics that were smuggled out of the prison from the interior. It's not like a map, but it's just like a room that was built in there by some dwarves that were imprisoned. And it talks about how the room was being built to hold a large cube because the cube was dangerous. And if you spun the cube, it would summon a powerful spirit, or it'd summon It would summon a Jinn, and it would grant wishes, but the wishes could come out very, very malevolent.
Yeah, that's.
And so the dwarves were actually building some sort of like
Containment.
yeah, kind of like a vault to keep the thing in, so no one would mess with it. When it gets
Wait a
there,
second. Is this the medieval version of the SCP containment unit?
don't know. All right, what was the next one?
This is the SCP containment unit just before it was.
I didn't hear you, Tasso. What was it?
10.
10. In that same dwarf's notes, he also notes that the room is very, very close to an old gold mine that they found. And in fact, after they got done building that containment, the dwarven group was planning on going mining that claim enough that they would get enough money that they could just, leave and go home.
Then the third roll was also a 10.
Okay, give me another one.
Then 8.
So, as they were basically doing their mine, you're continuing to read these dwarven accounts, basically, of being in this dungeon. They mentioned that they decided to explore deeper into the dungeon and go deeper. They never mentioned how far down they go. That's the one thing that's unusual for you. But when a dwarf says deep, you have to believe that it's probably pretty far.
Okay.
And he mentions that they ran into a skeleton and it was on fire and it never stopped burning. And they decided to flee. And at that point, they decided to attempt to leave Stonehell. They just decided, we're done. We're not going to mine anymore. We're not doing anything else. We're leaving. And his last journal entry basically was something akin to, we got lost. We don't know where we are, and the screaming keeps happening. And that's pretty much it. That's where the journal ends.
Did it say if the skeleton was undead or just a burning skeleton?
Well, he describes it as a burning skeleton that was walking around and moving and, doing things.
Oh no! What I'm thinking is down there is either a mind flayer or some infernal crap. And if it's infernal crap, we're going to die.
So there you
So
go.
I do pass that information onto the group.
Yeah, and I passed the cleric's info onto the group as well.
Okay. Now, Arnie, you're going to have a couple days while they're doing some research. Are you wanting to do anything in particular?
Arnie would like to go to the tavern and pretty much cause a ruckus.
Why?
Not necessarily cause a ruckus, but party.
You want to party hard?
Be friendly. Arnie is willing to spend some money to do that.
Yes, to party hard. So, do I have my debauchery tables? Let me take a look. I might have to Google this. I forgot about my party table.
Do you
Arnie
have
doesn't want to act like a jerk.
specifically for Arnie?
No.
Arnie does not want to act like a jerk, but he does want to have fun because he is alive. And if you are alive, you should have the most experience and the best experience.
So what you're saying is you're not going to burn down the tavern again.
First of all, you have no idea about that, and you shouldn't be able to talk about that. So you don't know.
No, it's Vangal from the grave.
Second of all, he can do whatever he wants. He's a grown man.
He is a grown man. All right, Arnie. So, how much gold are you planning on spending?
Oh no.
Ooh. Let's go 300.
Oh
300?
no.
300?
Oh wait, did we bring back the cask?
I never heard about it, and it would have slowed you down, so I'm going to say no. You guys were in a pretty big hurry to get out of there.
Okay.
All right, so you're going to go ahead and do that. I will say if you bump it another 100, you'll get a little bonus. So do you want to spend 4?
Man, Arnie is gonna spend 5. So he's not gonna spend 400. He's gonna spend 500. So I'm gonna mark off 200 more.
What do you have?
I have like 50. All right. Before this, I had 1800. So I'm good. Arnie's good.
This is not the one I use though.
The only problem Arnie has is himself. Okay.
He's got a point. I used to have my carousing table, but I don't anymore. Hold on. I might have it over here. I might have it in physical form. Got all the characters that used to play or died. Let's see.
Mostly because they were carousing. They died carousing.
Let's see. Letters. That's
Guy, we're splitting your loot.
He's got a point. I would do that too. Maybe it's in the blue. One last folder, guys. Sorry for the slate detainment, but I know I have it somewhere.
Arnie, sorry to have to put the DM through all of this.
It's
Oh,
all
man.
right. You're not putting me through nothing. I just gotta try to find the thing that I use because that's the rule set I really like.
So, just wondering, but I have like 7 days of stuff I can do left, right?
Roughly.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I've got him. I found him. Found him. So, yeah, because this you don't spend. You roll to see how much you end up spending. So, that's kind of the thing. So, because that's the way I like it. Yeah, because there's a risk. Because if you end up spending more.
Arnie loves it. Arnie loves it. He's just getting drunk and partying hard. Let's go.
All right. I'm going to classify this as a city. So go ahead and roll a D10 for me.
Oh no. 500, isn't it?
So, you rolled a 5. So, yep. So you end up spending 1,000.
Oh god. Wait, he could have spent 2,000?
Yep.
Arnie would like to say, give me a hell yeah.
You spend 1,000 partying and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Go ahead and do a saving throw versus poison, please.
Poison.
Is he gonna get hungover, or is he getting alcohol poisoning?
Oh, no.
That's a fail. Go ahead and roll a D20 for me, Arnie.
He's getting alcohol poisoning? I'm assuming he should have rolled low for that, right?
It's possible. All right.
Oh no.
Fun. All right, so
Did he burn down another tavern?
no. So this is over the course of several days. You're not, this is going to take most of your time. So you do get a cool reward for partying hardy in the city and spending money. So you get, what is it? You ended up spending 1,000, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so
Yes.
you get 500 XP.
Oh my god.
Yep. 500 XP for partying hardy. And spending that money like a wild man.
All right.
And all right, so but as you're partying hard, you're in the local like bars. Like you've traveled to all these different bars now. You actually end up over in number 6, which is called the Black Dragon Inn, and it is the seediest of seedies. It's a dive bar of dive bars, and you're there and you're partying, you're being friendly, you're doing all the stuff that you do, and you end up like kind of like going to some lady that's in the corner, and you're like trying to get her to dance, like, come on, dance, and, like, we're having a good time, and she's like, no, and like she's just giving you kind of like the no, I don't want to dance. You're like, no, we should dance, we should have a good time, like, oh, you're not fun, and blah blah blah. And then you end up like, I'll get you a drink, and like you get her a drink, and then you accidentally spill it because you're a little tipsy, and it runs onto her. And for the like briefest of moments, like her form, like when you spill the beer on her, it changes a little bit, and she changes from like a pretty moderately attractive young female into like she looks like a gnarled old crone who has a bunch of frogs that are basically like all over her and like all around her and like stuck in her pockets and things like that, and she's missing a couple teeth, and she kind of almost hisses at you, and you're like, whoa, that's problematic. And go ahead and make a saving throw versus spell.
Did he just find an evil witch in the city?
And okay, so you see like that image basically in your eyes, and you back up, and she basically gets up and starts heading out the bar. But as she does, she gives you like this evil eye and points her fingers at you. And as she does, you feel like your body start to like lock up, and pain starts shooting through your body. And you start like going like almost like letting out these grunts of like like, and these kind of like squeals like and like you feel your body starting to like morph and change, and then like a Mack truck of like weight comes down upon you, and then what is it? You fall to the ground, and your hands start turning into like hooves, and like start like morphing into like things, and you're slowly starting to turn into a pig. And it's a very, very uncomfortable situation. And then 2 glowing eyes appear above you. And you see, like, her eyes get very, very big. And you kind of hear in the back of your mind, like, Zizimancer's voice, like, basically saying something akin to, "Don't touch my property." And you see her run away, and then like you revert back into yourself.
Arnie would like to chase her. And,
No, you're in no shape to chase anyone. A, you're intoxicated beyond belief. B, that was a very painful experience. But yeah, so that happened.
Arnie is a man of Zizzy.
Hell.
Zizzy boy owns Arnie, apparently.
Apparently, Crom owns Arnie. Arnie sold himself to a lot of people. You're the John Constantine of this little universe. You sold your soul to everybody.
I feel like he's more akin to the Dragonborn becoming the champion of every single Daedric entity.
Dragonborn. Yeah.
Arnie just wants to be strong.
Just wants to be tough. All right, I'm going to break here for a second. I got to use the restroom. I want to grab some more water. So we'll take a break. I'll be back in about 5. So y'all get straight on what you're planning on doing. Okay?
Do you guys think we should move on out of the city? Or do you think we should...
time left.
What did you say?
I am the only one who has time left to do things.
Okay.
Specifically 7 days worth of things. So what I think I'm going to do is rent a blacksmith shop for 7 days. And craft some shit.
That could work.
If you guys could lend me some, like, gold for buying things, I will craft you some shit.
How much gold do you have?
I have 700 and,
You have enough gold. You can buy whatever you want.
I'm not sure how much it'll cost to rent the shop. You know?
So...
And basically, what I'm going to
buy... Hold on, Gage. I'm sorry to cut you off. I didn't hear what you said. Please repeat it after I'm done. But so Arnie would like to buy something in the capital, but he doesn't have workers. So if you are willing to work for him, he'll buy a blacksmith. If you're like able to make him money.
Don't you have no time left in the capital?
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Time partying.
But yeah, that could be correct. But what were you saying before I cut you off to say that what we could do?
Basically, what I'm going to be doing is modding shit. Like, I'm going to be improving shit so that they have multiple functions. So, like...
I think that is a good idea. I think that's a good idea because it helps everybody in the party.
Right.
Regardless of anything. It helps everybody.
Like, our shields, what I'm going to be doing to our shields is I'm going to be modifying them so that they have a heavy front end, so that if you need to, you can shield bash with a heavy punch. And I might put some spikes on there like I have on my shield, so that, you know.
So I think what you should do is try to have a like an apprenticeship with a blacksmith where you could learn from the blacksmith and become a master.
Yeah, probably. I'm basically like not a novice, but I'm like a mid-level blacksmith. A mid to low-level blacksmith currently. And I really want to do something with my sling. Oh my god, I have the perfect idea. Oh my god.
See, you could make it like an auto sling, to where it's like every time you pull the trigger, or a semi-auto string, or
it's not like that. It's like a the thing that you spin and then a ball comes flying out of it.
I understand, but let me learn how to speak real quick, and then I'll say a semi-auto sling, to where every time you pull the trigger, it'll launch a rock. But okay, I spoke correctly. You can now speak. I'm sorry.
I think I want to get a crossbow and modify it.
Oh yeah.
So I can put slingshot stuff in it.
So, have you seen Van Helsing? Van Helsing has like a revolver crossbow that's like every time he pulls, like it's like a six shot crossbow, and it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Huh.
So it's like a mix of like Western and ancient technology.
Yeah. I have an idea. I just don't know if Ryan will let me do it. And
The best,
will.
the best thing you can do is ask. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't hurt.
What I want to do is try to combine the heavy plate of plate armor with the layering aspect of most light steel armor to make an even stronger armor.
I don't think you'll get a stronger armor. So it'll move like this. It'll be like you might make a scope on top of your like crossbow, and you'll be able to shoot farther. That could work. But like see, the power armor was a little bit like of too much of an ask. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't ask for like 17 skills. You can ask for like 3 though. You know what I mean? So like I've made Arnie with the ability to get animals and like train them. But I have to actually train them throughout the like times we meet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just like I see a bear, so I get a bear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is
So
cool.
it's not like you see armor or you think of armor, so you get armor. You have to actually find a way to get the armor, and then you could get it.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm back.
Hi.
So, Horace, what were you planning on doing? Apparently, get armor.
What I was thinking was, how much would it be to rent a shop for the rest of the days that like a blacksmith forge for the rest of the days that we're here? Or for as long as it takes me to do what I want to do?
Well, those are two different numbers.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I don't know if a blacksmith's
like,
going to rent you his forge. That's kind of the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
Because I know you were talking to me earlier. You were thinking about setting up a forge. No, those things are possibilities to start on. I'm talking. You're not going to be able to do it in 8 days.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because like I wanna be able to basically get Horace better with blacksmith stuff, smithing.
Okay.
So that he can eventually become like an actual good quality blacksmith.
Okay. So I'm going to say you have a couple options on this. You can go and talk to a blacksmith and say like, "Hey, can I assist you for a couple of days?" Because I don't think any blacksmith worth their salt is going to turn away free labor. Especially free labor that has at least some knowledge. You're not. I'm not going to say your guy's the best blacksmith that's ever blacksmith, but you definitely have the fundamentals. So I don't think a blacksmith's going to turn that away. Or you could, like I said, start trying to lay the groundwork to set up your own like shop and things.
Huh. How much would that most likely cost?
It depends. It depends on how much you put in. It will be kind of how much you get out. But there's a lot of things that will go into it. For the most part, you're going to have a shop. You have to buy a shop. You have to buy all the things that go into it. You got to buy a furnace. None of that's cheap. You also have to apply to become a guild member because this is a guild society, and they're not going to want the competition unless you pay in to becoming a guild member or make it worth their while in some way. So there's things to be done. So that's what I'm going to say.
I think I'm gonna go to a blacksmith and see if they want an assistant.
Okay, you can get a local blacksmith here to do that for you. In fact, what we'll do is,
and I'm also wondering if I can try to melt down my that longsword I found.
Mm-hmm.
That bandit longsword.
Okay. What do you want to melt it down into? Or you just want to melt it?
I want to... You know that spiked shield I have?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to mod it out a little bit more. If that's okay.
Okay.
What I want to do is basically put, like, on the front end of it, like, a bit of weight so that it can be used like a bludgeoning instrument with more effectiveness.
So, Coretta and Garrick Barrowhouse, they run, like, the Shining Shovel General Store. And out back of that, Garrick has a smith, like a blacksmith area that he, makes the things that he sells in the general store. So Garrick is willing, to take you in. So basically he'll say this, like, you've got, I think, 6 days left. He basically says, if you work for me for 5, I'll let you do your own project for a day.
That is flawless.
Okay. And you're looking to melt the sword down and do what again?
Basically, on the front end of my shield, not like on one of the sides of it,
Mm-hmm.
I want to put a bit of a heavy weight there so that it can, like, if I punch someone with the shield, it'll be a really heavy impact.
Okay. Shields are heavy already. Shields are quite heavy, and, like, you need to be able to move a shield around in order to, like, block blows. So putting weights on it, once again, I'm not going to say no, but there could be unintended consequences with that.
What would happen if I did it to one of my war hammers? Like, gave it a bit of weight.
I'm talking, for the most part, if you gave it weight, it would just be heavier.
It wouldn't do more damage?
No. I'm talking weapons are, for the most part, weighed appropriately for their size. If you want, you can theoretically start trying to, like, make yourself into, like, getting a two-handed, like hammer, like a maul.
Yeah.
You can start.
That
But those are mostly made of wood.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can't lift a hammer that's
Oh,
made of
yeah.
metal that has that much, like, weight. Like, you couldn't wield that in combat. It would just be way too heavy.
Oh, so it's like a one of those old shipyard hammers. Okay.
Somewhat. I'm talking. It's a big hammer.
Yeah.
I'm talking it's not like a sledge. I'm talking it's a little more. Imagine kind of like Thor's hammer. It's just two-handed. So something like that is kind of a maul. So you could work on doing that. That would do a little bit more damage. But also, you're not really good at using a maul. And that will cost you your shield.
Yeah. I think I'll just melt it down into an ingot.
Okay, you can do that.
And that's about it.
Okay. All right, so that's what you do. So at this point, everyone's. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Is it a steel ingot or like an iron ingot?
Iron for the most part.
Okay.
All right. Oakenshield. Are you there, Tasso?
Yes.
Okay. So I assume you check in with your stuff before you guys leave, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you get both of the other items. The parasol, the guy says it's kind of interesting. He's never seen it. He kind of had to test it a little bit. He says it's quite lovely. He really likes it. So it's got like all these like iridescent kind of white scales on it, almost kind of like almost like a white dragon scales, but they're not. But kind of that kind of look. And so whenever you hold and open the parasol, you basically have the equivalent of a resist cold spell. So you're immune to normal freezing temperatures. So you could walk around in freezing cold and you'd be fine. You also get a plus to your saving throws versus magical cold. So that's what it does.
+2 on magical
Saves versus cold. But it does have to be in hand and open in order for that to happen. Now the ring, he's like, oh, go ahead. Go for it.
Okay.
The ring, he's like, I don't know exactly what this does. He's like, I'm not trying to pull the wool over your eyes or anything. He's like, I can tell you in general. He's like, but I don't know specifics.
Okay.
He's like, this is part of or related to some other thing. He's like, look at the ring itself, and like he shows it to you, and it's got that rainbow color that I described around it. It's like gold, but when you kind of like, move it in the light, it's got like this like kind of rainbow hue to it. And he's like, there's something that this ring is tied to. And I don't know what it is. He's like, but if you find that thing, I'm pretty sure that something will happen between the two things. He's like, there's strong magics here of motion and and continuance, and he starts getting into kind of some technical terms, but for the most part, he's like, there's teleportation magic that is built into this ring. He's like, but I don't know how to tap into it, and I don't know. He's like, it's part of a thing. He's like, it's how useful, is a lock without a key. Well, you need both for it to be useful. So he's like, this is the key. You got to find the lock.
And I pull out. I do have a ring that's rainbow-like, too. I think I found afterwards. I go, would it be related to this?
Let me take a look at that in my notes for that ring.
Because I got it's rainbow-like.
That's the one that you were having examined. That's it.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, okay. No, never mind. For some reason, I thought I had two.
No, it's just that one. It's just one.
Yeah.
Does that ring have an inscription on it?
No.
Or like any kind of design?
Besides the gold with kind of like the scintillating rainbow pattern, no, it is not. He's like, I wish I could give you more information on it. He's like, but if you find whatever this is attuned to, he's like, bring me that, and I might be able to tell you more.
Okay. So I go, thanks for the help.
No
If
problem.
I found another thing, the other port, I will definitely bring it by.
Okay. Let me take a look. So. So now it is the 30th. So it's been 13 days, Oakenshield, since you've had the drug. So you've used 2. You're about to use a 3rd, and you gave 1 up. So
Does Arnie feel any?
I have one left.
Hold on 1 second, Arnie. But yeah, you're in 2 more days. You'll basically have used a 3rd, which means you've used 4 of your 5 potions. So just to let you know. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Arnie, what were you saying?
So, Arnie wants to pretty much know what's going on. He doesn't necessarily know pretty much what everything. He doesn't know what's going on in his group, so he'd like to know.
Pass all the information from the guys.
Yeah, let's just pass all the information over. And I have one more question.
Mm-hmm.
If I buy a crossbow, would I be able to modify it to shoot the sling balls instead of bolts?
Yes. Historically, that's a real thing.
Awesome. And it'd have more range than the sling, right?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
That's a thing. If you want to do that, I will totally allow you to do that. I will not. You won't be able to use it this game today, but I will have stats and stuff for it for the next time we play.
Awesome. Yeah, that's something I definitely want to do.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to buy a crossbow, just pay 150% of it. Well, actually, we're in a town that's 200, so hold on. Let me figure out how much your crossbow.
Oh no.
It's gonna be basically I'm charging you a little extra because you got to buy some stuff to basically make it work, like some extra parts. So where's my handouts and inventory? No,
Crossbow is 50 gold. Wow.
Yep. So crossbow. So
Oh no, it's 30 gold.
a crossbow is 30, so 90. So 90 is what you need to spend in order to kind of have this stuff. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What do we got? Anything else?
No.
Okay.
I guess we're going back to Bongtown.
Going back to Bogtown. All right, let me take a look. So at this point, Horace, you're fully healed. You have no blood loss, so you get those hit points back, and you have no leg injury.
Awesome. That is going to change very soon.
Probably, but all right. So you guys are able to make it back to Bogtown. Let me shift the map back to Bogtown. So you guys got to pay your toll to get inside for the Bog.
Oh, yeah, what is that toll?
What for Bogtown?
Mm-hmm.
10 per person, because none of y'all are injured.
Wow, I can finally pay a normal toll.
Look at you going up in the world. All right. What are y'all gonna do in Bogtown? You get there around like 2:00.
Want to go see Ona.
Okay.
I'm literally just going to stay in my room.
Oh, you're getting a
In the
room.
tavern. Huh?
Getting a room?
Yeah, well, can we get to the place right now without, like, it being night?
You can try, but it depends on how long Tasso's here.
I just want to pick up one thing and go.
Okay.
Oh no! Arnie wanted to check out. Arnie wanted to see the Crom thing from last. Sorry.
You got a little
Never
too.
mind.
You got too hammered to remember. You're like, I like Crom, but I like drinking more. So
Correct.
She is over in the Silver Standard Merchant area, number 4. You walk in, ding-ling, as the door opens, and she looks up. She's like, "Hi, my favorite person in the whole wide world. How are you doing today, Oakenshield?"
I just look behind me and goes, "Oh, you talking to me?"
Yeah, I am.
I think you know why I'm here.
Really? So, well, by my calculations, you should need more of this for at least 10 more days.
You know, I prefer to stock up just in
Oh.
case, you know,
Do
something
you now?
happened.
Do you now? Well,
Yep.
it turns out I have a little mission for you. If you want to get restocked, I've got a little thing that I would like you to do for me. A little favor, because I'm doing you a favor. And she pulls out one vial of it. She's like, "So, since I'm doing you a favor, I guess, I scratch your back, you scratch mine, right?"
Didn't he come here like a month ago and get a rush order on it and just like get 3?
This is what she's saying now, so it doesn't matter what happened in the past. Now this is what she's saying.
I thought the deal was I don't tell and you give me this.
Oh, no. She's like, apparently you don't understand how this works. See, this potion here that I'm giving you costs money, and money is, right now I own you. So if you don't have this, you're going to die painfully, in fact. It's not going to be pretty. And you'll probably be crying. So I own you, and when I tell you to jump, I expect you to just say yes and how high. So I've got something I want you to do. So what are we going to say to that?
What is it?
Arnie, could Arnie hear this?
I don't know if he came with you or not. Oakenshield, would you want Arnie to be there?
I rather not.
Okay, so he finds a time to basically slip away from y'all so he can go and do this on his own.
I did say I just gotta go do something real quick, and kind of walked off.
Yeah. Arnie, do you want to try to follow him surreptitiously?
No.
Okay.
Well, Arnie would like to follow in the shadows.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Hides-
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
in-
about.
And he would like to not be seen.
Okay. So you're going to try to get over there and do your thing. Okay. Arnie, you are totally hearing all of this. So everything we're saying you're basically like watching at a window. This whole thing go down.
All I can imagine is just bystanders watching this giant green missing ear orc.
No one's.
Snake dwarf.
He's really
It's
good
a
at hiding.
snake. Yeah, he can hide in shadows. Thank you very much.
He's very good at it.
Okay.
Just because someone's big doesn't mean they're bad at hiding. Look at like special forces. Those guys are huge, and they're really good at hiding. So she basically says, I expect you to do this job for me. I didn't get your response on that. I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
I asked, what is it?
She's like, I've recently come into the knowledge of the location of Renata the robber and the location of her and her men and where their base is in the Blackwood Forest. Blackwild Forest. Hold on. Forgot the name of the forest. Give me 2 seconds. I will make sure I add the name of the forest.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's just Blackened Forest. So I know her location in the Blackened Forest. She's like, her operation runs contrary to mine. And I need her removed. She goes, and I would like her back here in person, alive.
Oh, hell.
I'll see what I can do.
She lines up, let's see, she lines up 5 bottles and says, this is the last 5 you get until it's done. So you have a month to take care of this.
Okay. So I take them. So I have 6 total now. Okay.
Where
Yeah.
is that forest? On, like, the
Yeah.
world map.
It's the forest that's north of Helix.
Oh,
Oh.
it's such
She's like,
I ask her, do you have a map?
I've got directions. And
Okay.
she'll hand you a piece of paper that basically has the directions on it.
Okay. I'll take it and kind of just walks out the door.
She's like, you should be careful. They're not as interesting.
I go meeting.
Go prepared. She'll be.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, just give me. I need to kind of stop for 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay. So here's the map.
Right up.
You guys are on Bogtown. Yeah, and this is the Blackened Forest.
So, I don't know why, but I feel like the moment we get to Helix, Arnie is going to kick in the guy's door and just scream, Where's my money?
Correct.
That is a possibility. So you can see how that works out for you.
So it's still like 2:00, right?
Yeah, we'll say it's like roughly 3:00. Do you guys want to do anything in particular in Bogtown?
How long would it take us to get to the what in the world is it called? What's the place called that like we keep on exploring?
Stonehell.
I keep forgetting it.
Yeah, it's Stonehell. So
Oh, all right. How long will it take to get there?
usually for Bogtown, it takes about half a day. So you guys have tried to make it there. You guys, last time you went, you left half a day in Bogtown because you didn't want to stay and to get there overnight, and that's when you got attacked by the whatchamacallit, the Neanderthals.
By the Neanderthals who we glitchingly scared away.
Oh,
Emphasis on glitchingly.
Arnie,
Yeah.
are you going to do anything in particular? So basically, he leaves. Oakenshield leaves. Are you doing anything?
Arnie will follow.
Well, I assume he's going back to y'all. I don't know if you're planning on doing anything in particular or doing anything, at the merchant place or doing anything like that. If not, yeah, then we'll just say y'all are all back together.
Is there a blacksmith in town actually?
Yeah. Definitely a blacksmith.
Can I see if he'll take a shield? Like, see if I can sell a shield to him.
He's a blacksmith. He's not a like an armor or a weaponsmith. Those are different things.
Who could I sell it to?
You might be able to sell it to the Silver Standard. They're the only ones who kind of buy those kind of things because they
Yeah,
might.
I'm gonna head in and see if she'll buy it.
Okay. As you're heading in, Oakenshield's coming out.
I just glanced down at him, like, with eyebrows raised, just like, okay. And then I head in.
And she looks up. She's like, "Oh, you again. No, we don't have anything in the back room."
Actually, I was hoping to sell something.
What are you trying to sell?
A shield that I do not need anymore.
She's like, "Let me see it."
I take out the shield that is not spite.
She'll look over it. It's not great. I'm talking, not, I guess, terrible.
Didn't I buy the shield here?
I thought this was the shield you took off the dead guy.
No. I think I bought a shield here.
Oh. She's like, "Oh, did you buy the shield off of me?"
Yeah. I thought I was gonna get some use out of it, but it turns out I didn't.
She's like, "I'll give you 5 for it."
5 gold?
Yep.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Well, that was the easiest 10 gold I ever made. She's like, "Thanks. Let's do business more often." Anything else I can help you with? Anything else I can sell you that you'll sell me back for cheaper in a couple days?
Uh, I do you guys sell potions here?
No.
Okay. Then I think
I will remind y'all, nowhere sells magical items. That does not exist.
yeah, okay.
There are no places that sell magic items. You might be able to get people to create things for you. Like if they're like potions, you might be able to get like priests or wizards, maybe to create those kind of things for you, or alchemists. But you will not. There's no like magic item store. If you want a magic item, you go adventuring for it.
Hey, would the blacksmith take the iron ingot, like buy the iron ingot?
Maybe, but yeah, I'm talking. You're not going to get much for it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Then I think I'm just gonna buy how much parchment? I think I'm just gonna buy 2 more parchment and 2 more things of ink.
She's like, okay, go over to the general store, and I'm sure they'll have those things.
Oh, they don't have it. Okay. Yeah, I keep forgetting that there are 2 different stores.
This isn't a store. This is a shipper. This is the silver merchant shipping place. Like, they ship items all around, and they do, like, mail. And, like, okay, I want to send something to the capital. Well, then they'll do it. That's their job. But a lot of times they have extra stuff that they can't deliver, so they end up just selling it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the general store and just buy 2 more parchment and 2 more ink.
Okay. So... parchment. Yeah, so parchment, half a gold per sheet, and ink is. Have ink on here? Am I crazy? Oh, there it is. Ink's 12 gold per ounce.
Okay. So I'm gonna buy 2 ink instead.
Okay.
No, 1. Yeah, I'm gonna buy 1. So then that's 13 gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And that's it. That's all I'm doing.
All right. Well, let's see.
Yeah, what I'm trying to find is a potion of, like, rejuvenation, so I can put it on the glowing bug orb, so I don't have to buy anything in terms of oil or anything like that.
Eventually, you'll get continual light as a spell, and it won't be a problem.
I mean, I do have light as a spell, but, like...
Eventually, you'll get continual light, where you cast it and it never stops.
Oh, okay.
That's the spell.
Also, I think the spells that I'm having today are just... Well, I'm not going to use any, but the next day they're going to be Protection from Evil, Purify Food and Water, and Cure Light Wounds.
Okay. You can do that.
Well...
Let me see.
Nah, Protection from Evil and 3 Cure Light Wounds.
Well, we're missing Tazo. As I say, we can continue on, but I don't want to. I want to wait. Why don't we take 5 while he comes back? And what is it? I'm going to run and grab a snack just because we're kind of waiting on him to see what he wants to do. And then it was kind of like, hey,
you guys, you can keep going. You can keep going. I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kind of moving things around.
Okay. So what's y'all's plan? Like, where are you guys headed now?
How about... hey, Eric, you want to stay here for the night and then head off to the Stonehell in the morning?
Sure.
Okay, so you guys stay here, and then you're going to head out first thing in first light?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then. Boop. That's where y'all are headed. Let me... Boop. Okay. So you guys are managing to get to Stonehell unperturbed. Where are you headed in the canyon?
Eric, do you want to go to the waterfall to just see if we can climb up the side of it and check it out?
Sure.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and I'll put you on that map.
Yeah, like climbing up, like right here, going up,
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
and then like when we get up to here, moving over to the entrance.
So you guys are going to try to scale this up the 100-foot like cliff?
Could we do it safely?
I'm talking depends on how much time you want to spend doing it.
Arnie is not going to scale up that 100-foot cliff. Arnie would like to just peek around wherever he could.
You mean wait down here for us to get back?
Precisely.
Okay. Tasso, you want to climb up with me?
Sure.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna like try to like slow as possible, safe as possible, go up, and then like across.
So it's 80 feet up. That's going to take you guys roughly, what is it, 10 minutes per 20 feet. So it's going to take you like roughly 40 minutes to get up there. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so... All right. So you managed to climb up, no interruptions. And you're basically at the head of this waterfall with a bunch of steam that's just pouring out of the pool. Basically, the air is incredibly humid. Incredibly humid.
How hot is it, the water again?
As you get up here, the water is getting hotter and hotter.
Can I just kind of quickly move my hand in and right out, see how hot it is?
It's really hot, and you can't see anything inside because it's so hot and humid. It's messing with your infravision. Like everything is just red. It's like it's very difficult to see because it's just tons of like heat and steam. So you can like walk along the side. There is a way to get in here without getting in the water, but yeah, it's definitely there. So do you guys want to go in or no?
You want to go in?
Sure.
Yeah, I guess we'll head in to this perilous, steam-filled. Oh, that's a shame. It's not a steam engine.
Okay, so you head in, and the water here is like crystal clear, and you see at the bottom of it, there is just like at the bottom there was that hemisphere, that silver hemisphere that had the runes etched into it. This one is a brass hemisphere with runes that are etched into it, and it is in the center of the pool as well.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming the water is still steaming hot.
It's very, very hot.
Okay. Hold on. Hey Gage, do you have like a grappling hook or something?
Yeah, I have a grappling hook. You want me to grapple that? What is it? Copper or
It's brass.
brass? All right. Yeah, I'm gonna try to grappling hook that thing.
Okay. I'll just say you take 10 minutes and you can do it. So, let me get my time tracker out, actually. So, it took you to, we'll say, 1 o'clock to get here. Took you 30 minutes to cross. And then you took 40 minutes to go up. And 10 minutes to do this. So, we're going to say it's around 2:20 in the PM. And yeah, you're able to get a hook on it, just like the other one. Though, when you start pulling, this thing is not budging.
That's a shame. What is causing all this water to form, like for the waterfall to occur?
You're not sure.
Would I know?
You're not sure. It doesn't make much sense. You don't see like a hole, like where a spring would be feeding it. And if a spring was feeding it, generally, not always, but generally, it would be cool water. I'm talking, it's possible that you could have some heated springs. But generally, in this kind of environment, it would be a cool water spring. But you don't see, like, a spring where it's at. Now, maybe, just maybe, it's under the brass thing. Possibly. You could go into the water and try to figure that out by, like, sticking your hand down there to see if you can feel around and do it. But that's up to you.
Would I take damage if I do it?
I don't know. Will you take
Probably.
damage if you do it?
Yeah, you probably will.
Okay,
I have healing spells, but like,
can I check for the detect construction tricks?
Yeah. You can take some time to look around. Give me one
will.
second.
wait a second. I just realized these things. Okay, so these things are not constructs, correct?
No, they are not.
Okay. Damn. Okay, that's a shame.
Okay. Arnie, go ahead and pull your figure on here, Arnie.
Finger.
Oh no, Arnie's gonna get attacked.
Where's your guy, Arnie? Pull him on here. Let's see.
It's your name, not the picture.
Yeah.
Where are you? Oh, there you are. All right. So, Arnie, while they're up there doing this,
Weren't you over here?
you see that black bear. It's kind of like wandering around, and it's coming towards you. What do you want to do?
Arnie would like to confront it.
Okay. Well, what do you mean by confront it?
What does he have? He has.
Is Careless Whisper still pissed at him?
Don't know. He hasn't tried using it.
Could he try to draw Careless Whisper?
You can. Are you attempting to draw the sword on the bear?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, the sword will come out. So the bear is just the bear's not like coming in an aggressive manner. It's just walking around. So it will start moving that direction. I don't know if you want to do anything in particular. I'm just giving you the opportunity.
Does Arnie see anybody around him that could help him?
No, all your friends are up messing in a waterfall.
Well,
You are on your own, Arnie.
Arnie would like to toss some rations to the bear.
Okay. Sure. That's a thing.
Two
Go ahead.
rations.
Let me. All right. So the bear comes over. It's not really paying attention to you, but it is eating the rations. And it's just kind of eating them and paying you no mind.
Arnie would like to go and touch the bear.
That's a prospect. All right. So when you move a step, like when you start closing in a little bit towards it, the bear like gives like kind of a yuff, kind of a ugh, like that. It's just kind of one of those like, you know, hey, I don't know you that well, kind of mentalities.
See, you need protection from evil.
What are you doing, Arn?
Arnie would like to not cause too much discomfort for the bear.
Okay.
working at Cartwell's, right? Yeah.
Hey Tasso, mute yourself when you're not on, man.
Sorry.
No problem.
Okay.
All right, so the bear basically, yeah, it's just kind of giving you a it's not, like I said, it's not being aggressive, but it's not overly fond of you being next to it.
Horace, do you have anything you want to do?
Horace isn't there. They're up in the.
I am
This is
Arnie is more than willing to attempt to befriend the bear with anything he has.
That would be a thing of what are you doing? So you tell me what you're doing, and I'll tell you how the bear reacts.
Giving food, and as he's giving food, he is attempting to tie or set a trap, like a noose and some hand traps for the bear.
Okay, so I could see you doing the noose because you can just have a rope. I don't know how you would do like the hand traps and things like that.
I guess noose is just for the hands, but I understand if they don't follow through.
All right. So you're basically trying to take. Well, you've got a rope. I guess. Are you like? How are you doing this? I don't understand. You have one section of 50 foot of rope. So how are you making 3 different like ties for that?
Oh no, not 3 different ties. I'm making one tie for like a noose to be able to wrangle the neck and basically have anything up to a bear size.
Okay, so
Like,
that you can do. And I assume you don't mean a noose, but like a slip knot, correct? It's kind of like
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right, so you're gonna try to like lasso yourself a bear.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a ranged attack because you're trying to lasso said bear.
No.
Would that be dexterity?
Just any range. Do you have any ranged weapons?
No.
Yeah, because you're really bad with them.
That does not bring confidence.
I'm gonna roll for you then, real quick.
Okay.
Because I know your dexterity. All right. Yeah, you're able to kind of get it around its neck. It's not terribly difficult because it's not 100% paying attention to you. The bear does not react well to that. The bear, in fact, acts rather aggressive at that. So it's not very happy. The bear basically just like starts charging at you because it does not want this thing around its neck. So it's going to do that.
Jump on its back.
Okay.
So Arnie has some spider venom. If that'll work.
Well, the bear's going to try to attack you. We're going to roll initiative, and then we're going to go from there. Okay? So, go ahead and roll a d6, and we're going to see who goes when. All right, the bear's going to go first. The bear got a 6. So the bear's going to square up on you and attack. Go ahead. What's your armor class?
I have to find it.
Without shield.
A4.
Okay, so you need to roll. It's going to attack you 3 times, and you need to roll. You need to roll 9s or better in order to not be hit. So roll 3 of them.
Oh, God.
That's not going to feel good, Arnie. I'm not going to lie. So the bear basically slaps you once with a claw, slaps you twice with a claw, bites you, and then pulls you into a bear hug and squeezes. That is not good, my friend. So you are going to take 3 points of damage from the claw hits. Then you're going to take 2 points of damage from the bite. And then it scoops you up in the bear hug, and it does 12 points of damage.
All right.
How close to death are you, Arnie?
Halfway.
Wait, you have that much health?
24 HP. Level 4, baby.
Hell.
So, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Arnie is one to be very friendly to other animals.
Mm-hmm.
He likes to love other things. But if you smack him, you're going to get smacked. So he's going to attack that bear 100% with that careless whisper. He's going to go full balls to the wall. Let's go.
Okay. Go ahead. Roll your attack.
Oh no!
All right. So basically, like
Oh,
you
no.
pull Careless Whisper out, and like you go to stab it, and as you go to stab it, it squeezes, and like you're like, oh, you like arch your back in pain, and you're not able to like get a forceful blow. So you hit it, but it's a bear. It's got very thick hide, and it just doesn't really get any purchase on it. All right. Next round. Go ahead and roll a d6, Arnie.
Oh no.
All right, so y'all are going to go simultaneously because I got a 4 as well. So what are you doing?
Arnie's attacking. He doesn't want to play any games.
Okay, go ahead and attack. Go ahead and roll.
Oh my gosh!
Oh
No!
no. Oh no.
So it's still like got you basically. Now it's kind of put you down on the ground and it's just like rearing up and beating down on top of you, and you're having a hard time like getting like a stab in. Go ahead and roll your defense. Go ahead and roll 3 times.
Is Arnie about to die?
It basically hits you again with all of its attacks. So it hits you, bites, and scoops you back up and starts squeezing again.
Is Arnie about to die?
You take 2 from a hit. You take 3 from a hit. You take 1 from a bite. And you take 10 from the bear hug.
Yeah.
You win and lose at the end of the day, or no?
So now we've got a new round. All right. All right, Arnie, roll initiative.
How is Arnie not dead yet?
Yeah, Arnie's at a -4.
Oh, you're at a -4. Okay, that's that's not good. It's not good at all.
Is Arnie about to die?
There's a strong possibility, man. You picked a fight with a bear, like by yourself.
Arnie, why?
All right, Arnie, go ahead and roll a d6 for me. That's a headshot. And
Oh no.
go ahead and roll a d12 and add 4.
Arnie, you need to roll low. Roll. That's not low.
All right, so you are going to have a concussion for 11 days. And that's pretty much. And you're knocked out.
Is the bear about to kill him?
Let me roll to see if the bear's going to continue to like attack you. But for the most part, if you play dead, like that's the thing to do with bears. You're not playing dead; you were dying. So I don't know if that's going to be help or hurt kind of thing. So let's leave it up to fate. All right. So as soon as you go limp, the bear like wanders off.
Oh no.
And that's that. And you're just there, like out in the middle of the nowheres. Okay.
Is he going? Does he have a fatal wound?
He does not.
So he's not going to die.
Nope. He's just knocked out and severely concussed and very, very hurt.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did Tasso's roll reveal on?
I haven't gotten to that roll yet. Let me go ahead and roll it. All right, so you're looking around, and you're pretty sure, Tasso, if there was something here to be found, you would have found it. But it's not. It's a naturally forming cave. So there's no like unusual construction or anything like that around here, beyond the obvious.
Yeah. Okay.
Check it out, Tasso.
I know.
You've seen this before?
If I look out, do I see Arnie lying near death?
No, there's like so much steam pouring out of this place, and so humid, like you can't see past that cloud. So, what is the Team Oakenshield / Horus? What are y'all doing? Anything? Hello? Did we get cut off again? Oh, I got cut off.
Oh.
There I am. I'm back.
Yeah.
All right. What is Team Oakenshield and Team Horus doing?
We're climbing back down.
Going back
Yeah,
down?
we're climbing back down.
Okay. Let's see.
Wait, couldn't we just slide down the grappling hook?
I'm talking you're taking your time. Like otherwise I can give you rolls like dexterity checks to see if you fall.
Oh yeah, no, we're taking our time.
Sounds good. Sounds like a very positive plan. Okay.
By the time when we leave the cave, we can just see him lying there, can't we?
When you get down here, but you're going to see something different. Give me a second. Where? There we go.
What is that? A kobold?
So, you see these little dudes. They're surrounding Arnie. And they're going that way.
And they're killing him, right?
Yep. They basically like, yeah, it's like 5 of them. They're little. They're about 3 feet tall. They look like little dragons with little dragon men with slightly doggish faces. And they are picking up him and they are moving him towards that entrance there. And basically, as you guys are like getting to about here, this group vanishes into that area.
You're forcing us to go into sea.
I want to start sprinting in.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna start sprinting too.
So as you guys are kind of sprinting, you're like, Arnie! We're going to go ahead and end a little early tonight because I want to leave it on that cliffhanger because I think that's fun.
Oh,
So-
come on!
And the fate of young Master Arnold has yet to be determined. Okay. So that was fun.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
we will
so
get ready.
oh yeah, we get XP, possibly.
No real XP this week. There's no real combat. Didn't find any gold. Didn't do anything. Didn't
But
so
we did sell.
yeah,
we
but
did sell.
you sold everything, but I already gave you experience for all that stuff last week.
I did.
Yeah.
Yep. So That is
All I need is like 140 more XP and I can level up.
well, there's some XP to be had. So, all right. So we'll wrap it there, and we'll call it a night. And I will see y'all. Okay, so we'll talk offline about next week. I think, if possible, we'll try to see if we can do Monday. Can people do Mondays? Is Monday good? Monday work?
I am fine with literally any.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, we'll talk online and try to firm things up. Just because
Yeah.
Tuesday's the election, and also Wednesday is my first day back to work since March. So I'm gonna go ahead and want to get some sleep. So, all right, we'll talk then.
Okay.
Later, everybody. Sorry, Eric. Sorry about Arnie.
I mean, it's not a definite that he's dead. He could become king of the kobolds. You know, that could be fun.
That works out well. All right.
Yeah, becoming king of things always works out well. You definitely don't get eaten alive.
All right. All right. Bye, guys.
See ya.
All right. Anyone still listening? Just a slight wrap up and everything, and hope everyone enjoyed it and liked listening to the game and everything. Also, to do shameless plugs, if you could like the video, subscribe to the video, comment on the video, all that normal stuff. So hopefully I can grow this a little bit. All right. Be appreciated. Thanks, everyone.